I'm going to explain you very in brief what is Write From Dictation and why is it important to you. Why is it important to the PT test? Let's find out. So on your screen, as you can see, what is Write From Dictation? Write From Dictation is that you will listen to an audio, and these audios are really everyday sentences that we use in the university environment or in the college environment, and these are the dialogues that we hear, and this is what we are going to get. Now it's going to be a sentence, it's going to be played only once, and it's something like this. So we are confident that the profits will be higher next year. Can you see that? So you're going to hear something, a sentence like this, and you have to write exactly what you heard in using correct spelling. So that's the idea. You have to write exactly what you heard from the audio, and it has to be exactly the correct spelling. So this is what it is. Now I'm going to teach you, or I'm going to talk about some of the basic facts about Write From Dictation, what you should know, what you should be aware of, and how you need to study for this topic. All right, so let's move to the next slide and let's talk about what you need to understand. Okay, so how important is Write From Dictation? That's the first question. Well, what we say in the PT exam, this is the big boss. This topic is the big boss. In the PT exam, there are 20 topics, and this topic is the big boss. We call it the king. Some people call it the mafia. You have to understand, this is the big boss. You get this one right, you get your desired score 65. You get your desired score 79. You mess this up, you have to book another PT test. When I say that this is the big boss, or this is the king, or the mafia, what does it mean? It means it carries the highest mark in the PT test. That's what it means. So every time when you are not sure where to start, what to practice, what to do the night before the PT test, this is the topic that you need to study. So first thing first, this is the last question in the listening section, and also this is the last question at the end of the test. So imagine, like, there are 20 topics, and just about the time that you're going to be finishing off your exam, you're ready to go home, and that's when you get the question that carries the highest mark in the PT test. That's when your brain is down, right? And that's when you need to be in your full concentration. That's why it can be tough, and that's why some people find this topic a little bit hard, but technically it's not that difficult. You listen to an audio and you write a sentence. It's not that difficult, but this is the last question. It carries the highest mark and people get nervous. All right, now how many questions you'll get in the PT test? How many sentences you're going to get in the test? Most likely you're going to get 3. This is very common. You're going to get 3. You might get 4 sentences as well. It's pretty random, but most of the time that I hear from everybody is that you get 3 sentences. So you need to be aware that either you might get 3 or either might you get 4. It will be on the top right corner. When you're doing the mock test, you will be able to tell how many sentences you're going to get in Write From Dictation, or how many sentences you're going to get in the mock test. So not only the mock test, also the actual PT test, because it's right on the top corner. It gives you an indicator that whether you're going to get 3 sentences or whether you're going to get 4 sentences. Now, people do ask me, what is the hardest part about this topic? The hardest part is listening. So you have to listen really, really, really well. Plus you have to take notes. So if you're one of those person who always love to use your pen to take notes down, then this is super easy for you. This topic is super easy. But if you're one of those person that taking notes is very hard, then this could be a problem. But the biggest challenge is really good listening skills and taking the notes down. How many minutes should you have for this question in the PT test? Leftover, ideally we want 6 minutes, but 4 minutes can also be okay, because 3 sentences, we're looking about 1 minute, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. That's including taking notes and then typing it on your laptop. So 1 minute, 10 seconds, that should be fine. But the best would be if you have 6 minutes on your top right corner, when you start your write from the first question, the write from dictation, for those 3 or 4 sentences, 6 minutes would be ideally the best, but 4 minutes would still do the trick. So I'm writing it down here 4 minutes, but I would like a little bit more if you can. Is sequence important? So for example, let's just say that one of the questions that you got, just an example, I love chocolates, yum yum. I love chocolates, yum yum. For example, now what you did, you wrote differently. You wrote the same words, but you wrote in a different sequence. So for example, yum yum, chocolate, love I love chocolates, yum yum, but you wrote yum yum, chocolate, love I. It doesn't make sense. Will you get the full marks? Yes, you will. Isn't it interesting? Yes, you will get the full marks. So that's what the dictation is trying to say, that yes, all you have to do is write the words down. It doesn't have to be sequentially correct. Spelling does matter. Yes, you have to get the spelling correct for sure. And that's what's going to give you the full marks. So keep that in mind. Initially, we do say that writing has 25% of the score, of the full score, and the listening has 28% of the full score as well. You don't have to worry about the scoring part. Just remember, this carries the highest mark in the PTE test. All right. Now, how to do really well? How do you need to prepare before you start the course? Just remember that in our APEUni, in the website, there is something called Weekly P. Okay, if you click on it, you'll see Weekly P. We've got the Monthly P as well, October, November, December, whenever you're doing it. You'll see that there are a list of questions. Ideally, I would like you to practice 200 questions, because this is the only question in the PT test where the questions are highly repeated. So make sure that you do these questions again and again and again, and it will help you in your mock test. Ultimately, it's going to help you in the actual PT test. So there is no negative marking. Good for that. There's no negative, there's partial marking, we call it. So every word that you get correct, even it's a, even it's the, as long as the spelling is correct, you're going to get 1 point. Usually we say 1 point in writing and 1 point in listening. That's the general idea. I'm going to talk about is grammar necessary in Write From Dictation and how the scoring works. That's what we need to find out. All right. So let me just talk about the scoring part of Write From Dictation. Now, in my slides in front of you, as you can see here, that the actual answer is celebrated theory is still the source of great controversy. Now let's count each and every word. Okay, let's just count each and every word. Celebrated 1, theory 2, is still the source of great and controversy. If you count all the words, there are 9 words in there. Count, have a look, count each and every word. You'll see there are 9 words. Now, what you need to do is that as long as the spellings are correct, the capital letter doesn't matter, the full stop at the end doesn't matter, okay? You can still get marks, 9 points. Now, I just want to give you some example of some of your friends, okay? Some of your friends, yes, they have done a similar question, and what did the score would they get? That's what I would like to talk about. So here is an example number 1. So have a look. So in this case, I've colored it for you. As you can see, he added the in the beginning. Okay, so there's no the, but he felt like adding a the at the beginning, and he wrote exactly the same sentence, same 9 words, but he added the at the beginning. How many marks will he get? Will he get 10? Will he get 10? Because the matched 2 times, isn't it? There's small the, as you can see, and there's a capital the. Actually, it will just take as 1 the in the PT exam, the word that matched. It matched once, but the other the, it will cancel out. There is no negative marking. I'm just telling you again, there's no negative marking. So 9 word matched with the actual answer, and the student will get score. Also, just want to point out that the actual answer had celebrated capital C, but in the student wrote small c celebrated, but the spelling matched capital letter didn't match, but the student will still get score because the spelling has matched. All right, so that's another reason that student is going to get 9 points. So adding extra word doesn't make any difference. All right, let's look at example number 2. In this case, the student has added an article A at the beginning, and in the middle, instead of putting the, he replaced it with an A. So this time, the actual answer, as you know, there were 9 words, but this time one of the word is missing. Which one? The word the. The article, it's not there. So technically, if you count the words now, celebrated theory is still source of great controversy. 8 word matched, right? 8 word matched. The word the is not there. So the student would get 8 points. Again, the student has added 2 words, like in this case, A twice. Nothing happens. There's no negative marking. All right. The last scenario, or the example number 3, is the student wrote exactly the same answer, but 2 things has happened. If you noticed, 2 things has happened. What happened this time? He changed the word is. He put it right at the end. Have you noticed that? Look, right at the end and put full stop. Have you ever seen a sentence that is right at the end, right? So he did that. He also added an article A as well in the middle of the sentence. But regardless the case, regardless the change of the position, the sequence now has, the word sequence has all changed up. All right? But the word matched with the actual answer. So 9 word matched. So this student will still get 9 marks, even the words has changed. Now, student do ask me the question, do I need to start with a capital letter? Do I need to put a full stop? I would like you to do that, even though that does not count in the PT test. Yes, you can put small letter at the beginning and you don't have to put a full stop, but it's a bad practice because there are other questions that you have to remember. Your essay writing, summarize written text, summarize spoken text. So we don't want you to go to that bad habit. But yes, whenever you write a sentence and write from dictation, start with a capital letter, end with that full stop. It's a good practice. All right, so I hope that helps. This is the scoring criteria. And this is about capitalization. What is capitalization? There are some words in Write From Dictation we recommend you to write in capital letter. Although I said in the previous videos that capital letter doesn't matter, but having said that, you should know them because these sentences, these words does matter in summarized spoken text. It does matter in essay writing. It does matter in summarized written text. So ideally, it's a good practice if you can do it, but it's not necessary. But I would like you to practice them anyway. You don't have to memorize these answers, but it's good to know that some of the words in Write From Dictation, we should practice writing in capital letters. All right. So let's move on to the first slide and let's see what we have. So rule number 1, the weekdays and month should be in capital letter. Weekdays means Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even Saturday, Sunday, weekends. All these 7 days should be in capital letter. There are some questions in the PT test that comes in. So as you can see in front of you, students were instructed to submit their assignments by Friday. So we would like you to write Friday in capital F. Second thing that is important as well, the months that you're born. So which month are you born? October, November, April, all 12 months should be in capital letter. Simple as that. Weekdays and month should be in capital letter. That's your rule number 1. All right, let's move to the rule number 2. Okay, so in rule number 2, the name of festival. So the only festival that comes in the PT test, it doesn't come anymore, but there is a question in the PT test called regarding Christmas. So Christmas should be in capital C. So one of the questions that I remember was the university should be closed during Christmas break. So Christmas would be capital C. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so Christmas should be in capital C. And the name of country, yes, you do get lots of country names in the PT test. A lot of questions when you practice in APEUni, you will see that we have country names. So some of the country names are that we have is, you can see in front of you, Africa, you have United States, U capital, S capital. You will have Singapore, capital S, Japan, capital J, Sweden, capital S, China, capital C. So you got my point. So country name should be in capital letter. So what country you're from? So just remember, the country that you're from, it's a proper noun. So we need to write in capital letter. Easy. All right. Let's move to rule number 3. In rule number 3, this slide is not that much important, or you don't have to remember them if you don't want to. But there are some university names, and also there is a bachelor degree and a master's degree. So these should be in capital letter technically. So one of the exam question is Cambridge University. So C capital, University U capital. There's another question in the PT test, University of New England. So U capital, New N capital, and England E capital. So that's another one. Now, when it comes to degrees like bachelor degrees, so you've probably done bachelor in engineering, masters as well. So just remember, master's capital M and bachelor in capital B. One of the exam question you can see in front of you, Bachelor of Science, so B capital and S capital. The preposition should be in small letters. Now again, if you forget, don't worry, remember that dictation doesn't, these things doesn't matter, but I'm just teaching you these capital letter anyway, because it can help in the other PT questions. All right, so just keep that in mind. So don't stress out. Okay, I'm just trying to motivate you here and just try to make you understand that some of the words should be in capital letter. It's a good practice. Now let's move to the rule, slide number 4. In slide number 4, if you can, if you're watching me through on your phone, please do take a screenshot, or if you are watching me through your laptop, most likely just take a picture of this particular slide. Now here are some list of words. We call them subjects, that like, for example, mathematics, science, chemistry, engineering. All these I've taken from the PT questions, and these questions are there in your PT test. You should know the spelling. All right, so you should know the spelling. Look at the spelling of mathematics, M-A-T-H-E. There's E in the middle and there's S at the end. Mathematics. Science is easy. Chemistry, look at the spelling of chemistry. Statistics, look at the spelling of statistics. And engineering. So keep this in mind. That helps as well. One exam question at the bottom is, accounting students probably have a good understanding of economics, statistics, and psychology. Now look at the spelling of psychology. Look at the spelling, P-S-Y, psychology. Okay, just make sure that you know the spelling. Also economics, that word comes a lot. There's S at the end. Okay, so just make sure you know that. So one more thing, just like the name of a country that you know that it's in capital letter, languages are subjects as well. They also come in the PT test, but they should be in capital letter, just like the name of a country. One common question would be, the document should be translated from Spanish to English. Spanish is a language, capital S. English is a language, so capital E. So some of the languages that I've seen in the Write From Dictations are French, English, and Spanish. So these 3 words comes a lot. All right. Now, the last one would be the numbers. Okay, you do get numbers in the PT exam, or dates in the PT exam. So you can write them in words. If you write in numbers, that should still be okay. But if you want to write in words, that should be fine. So we do our APEUni, we have, for example, 45. You write 45 in words. Now if you write 45 in as digit, that should be okay, but our APEUni does not support that. But in the PT test, that should be fine. But yes, we do encourage you to write in words, because this is Write From Dictation and we would like you to write them in words. So numbers does come in the PT test, dates comes in the PT test as well. It should be written in words, but then again, if you write a number, it should not be a big issue. All right, so I'm not having any slide regarding this, but just letting you know that when it comes to numbers, we do write in words. Okay, so hope that helps. You just got to get an idea what is capitalization, where to write capital words. Then just remember one more time, it doesn't really matter, it's all good. Just make sure the spellings are correct. That's all we want, just spellings has to be correct. A common question that people now know, okay, especially the old students, they know that you can add extra words in Write From Dictation. The question that everybody asks, do I have negative marking, or how many words can I add? That's a common question that everybody asks, especially new students as well. You have to know that we can add some extra words in the PT test. It really helps to match the correct words. So let's talk about this slide. It's just one slide, and we are going to talk about in detail how many words can you add and how you should be adding the extra words. All right, so let's look at the slide. So here we go, have a look at the slides, and this, we call it a cheat sheet. Okay, it's kind of like tricking the software. All right, we feel like we're tricking the software, but it really works, and that's, everybody's getting really good scores. So I want to pass this strategy to you. All right, so keep it in mind. Yes, you can apply in our APEUni. Yes, you can apply the same strategy in the PT test as well. No problem. Okay, no problem at all. So let's just quickly review some of the things that we said previously in the other videos. Is that first thing first, only matching the word is important with correct spelling. Sequence doesn't matter. Grammar doesn't matter. And there is no negative marking. So that's the first thing. Number two, if you remember, if I said earlier that I love chocolates, yum yum, if you just write yum yum chocolate love I, it doesn't make sense. The sentence doesn't make sense, but the word matched, spellings are correct, you are going to be awarded with your full score. Yes, when it comes to spelling problem, like I have spelling problem, Nahid. This is a question that I get. I have spelling problem. I heard the word, but my spelling is incorrect, or I have a doubt what the correct spelling going to be. So what should I do? So we recommend, in this case, this is where it comes in, add extra word. Add extra word. I had a student, okay, named Rohan, okay, just letting you know, that he said, sir, I don't know how to spell phenomenon. Listen to me, phenomenon, right? It's a hard spelling, tricky spelling. Those who know how to spell it, that's fine, but most of us don't know how to spell phenomenon. You know what he did in the PT test? He wrote phenomenon once, phenomenons 2, phenomenons 3, phenomenons 4, phenomenon 5. He said, Nahid, I wrote 5 times the same word, phenomenon, phenomenon, phenomenon. I still don't know if I got it correct. His listening was 85, his writing was 79. So he got his 84. I think his overall score was 84 in the PT test. He needed 79. So I was laughing. I still remember, he gave the exam almost a year and a half back, and still remember today that every time I'm doing Write From Dictation, I give that as an example. Like, if you don't know how to spell something, just write the same word with different spelling. One of them will be correct. So this is what it is about. So if you're not sure how to spell a word, write the same word, maybe extra 1 time, extra 2 times, even like Rohan, add extra 5 times. Now here's an example in front of you, the word adapted. Can you see that, adapted? Now the confusion is, was it with an O, adapted, or why was it with an A? Because both sounds like correct to me. Write both of them. One of them will be correct. One of them will be taken as 1 mark. The other one, there is no negative marking, so there is no problem at all. Did you see? This is why it's kind of like tricking the software. So you're adding extra word, and that's how you're getting the maximum score. So keep that in mind. Now, you can also add as many words as you want. Okay, like long, as many words as you want. But there is one problem. You're running out of time. Do you remember that in Write From Dictation, you need about 6 minutes? One question should be 1 minute 30 seconds max. How many words can you add in 1 minute 30 seconds? Not much. You're taking notes, then you're typing the answer, you're checking your spelling. How many words can you add? Yes, you can add, in theory, you can add as many words as you want, but you can't because you're running out of words. You've got another sentence to go, few more sentences to go. So, write extra words only if you feel like it. Only if you feel like it, and then you add those extra words. Not unnecessarily waste your time. So time management is a big problem. So keep that in mind. Now, we've done some of our research, just like Chat GPT. We've done our research. We asked APEUni, can you tell me from all the PT questions that we have, which word in every sentence would be common? So if I know, without even playing the audio, which word or words will be common in every single sentence in APEUni. So we found that out. We kind of cracked the code. All right. And I'm sharing this with you. Have a look. In front of you, can you see here? In front of you, I've called them the green words. I call them the green words because they are welcomed. So I'm going to be calling them green words time to time. So these are a, the, and, to, of, for, in, is, are, be, students. Yes, these words, you'll find them in every question. Yes, I would like you to add them by default. When you're listening to your question, all right, and then taking notes, don't worry about these small words, or don't worry about these green words. You're going to be adding them at the end of the sentence by default. So the question is, if even I did not hear anything, I should be getting 2 marks, because from these green words, two words should match for sure. So 2, that's, I'm still getting some marks. I'm not going home empty-handed. Do you see how it helps? So all you have to do is just listen to the big words. So keep it in mind that we want to add these green words. All right. Now, one example here, listen to me. In 3, 2, 1, the teacher explains course to the class. Saying one more time, the teacher explains course to the class. And you're like, is it teacher or teachers? I'm not sure, I forgot. So I'm calling them these extra words, or doubling the words. I'm calling them as yellow words. So teacher, write another word with teachers with an S. As you can see here in front of you, I colored in yellow. Explains or explained, I added extra word. Same thing, extra word, grammatic. I'm just trying to make grammatically sense. So that's extra word in yellow. Course or courses, I doubled it with an S, yellow word. Class or classes, I added classes, extra word. So all these yellow words, you can add them up, plus you add the green words at the end. Now all this, you have to do it in 1 minute 30 seconds. You don't have to add each and every word, but only if you are confused, you add those extra words. Remember, time management is important. So I hope I've cleared out what is the trick that you need to follow. And yes, please apply them, and you will see that you are maximizing your score. All right, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Now, we've done some of our research, just like Chat GPT. We've done our research. We asked APEUni, can you tell me from all the PT questions that we have, which word in every sentence would be common? So if I know, without even playing the audio, which word or words will be common in every single sentence in APEUni. So we found that out. We kind of cracked the code. All right. And I'm sharing this with you. Have a look. In front of you, can you see here? In front of you, I've called them the green words. I call them the green words because they are welcomed. So I'm going to be calling them green words time to time. So these are a, the, and, to, of, for, in, is, are, be, students. Yes, these words, you'll find them in every question. Yes, I would like you to add them by default. When you're listening to your question, all right, and then taking notes. Don't worry about these small words, or don't worry about these green words. You're going to be adding them at the end of the sentence by default. So the question is, if even I did not hear anything, I should be getting 2 marks, because from these green words, two words should match for sure. So 2, 2, 2, that's, I'm still getting some marks. I'm not going home empty-handed. Do you see how it helps? So all you have to do is just listen to the big words. So keep it in mind that we want to add these green words. All right. Now, one example here, listen to me. In 3, 2, 1, the teacher explains course to the class. Saying one more time. The teacher explains course to the class. And you're like, is it teacher or teachers? I'm not sure, I forgot. So I'm calling them these extra words, or doubling the words. I'm calling them as yellow words. So teacher, write another word with teachers with an S. As you can see here in front of you, I colored in yellow. Explains or explained, I added extra word. Same thing, extra word, grammatic. I'm just trying to make grammatically sense. So that's extra word in yellow. Course or courses, I doubled it with an S, yellow word. Class or classes, I added classes, extra word. So all these yellow words, you can add them up, plus you add the green words at the end. Now all this, you have to do it in 1 minute 30 seconds. You don't have to add each and every word, but only if you are confused, you add those extra words. Remember, time management is important. So I hope I've cleared out what is the trick that you need to follow. And yes, please apply them, and you will see that you are maximizing your score. All right, guys, now this part of the video, I'm going to show you step by step the formula to maximize your score in Write From Dictation. You know that Write From Dictation carries the highest mark. So how do I get the maximum score in this section? Step by step. So let's have a look. Let's have a look, guys. The actual answer is, okay, let's put that in front of you. This is one screen. I just want to show you. The actual answer is, we are confident that the profits will be higher next year. So the audio is, we will be confident that the profits will be higher next year. Now, step number 1 is that you take notes, of course. You take your notes, you write all the big words. So here the big words will be confident, we, profit, higher next year, as much as you can. Now, when you are writing the words down, the question that might arise, that we say, look for the adjectives or look for the nouns, and just double them up, or any words you feel that there might be plural, you add them up. So if you have a look here, so we are confident or confidence? Oh, not sure. Confidence sounds right, but is it confidence? You write both words. That's the extra yellow word that I colored in. The next thing is it profit or profits? I can easily make this word plural. Okay, make it plural. Add extra word in yellow. High or higher? Oof. Should be higher. Sounds higher, correct? But if you have a doubt, add the word high. Extra. Again, extra yellow word. Year or years with an S. Add extra word. You don't have to do it for each and every word, but this is every time you have a confusion, you add these yellow words as an extra word. Okay? Number 2, look for the verbs. Do you think the verbs are correct? Look for the homophones. Homophones are words that sound similar. Okay? Sound similar. Now, the words here that I added would be this or that. Did I hear this or did I hear the word that? Write them extra word, this and that. No problem. Or even these, if you feel like it. Add extra word. And then will or shall, confused. They're very similar. Add extra word. Okay? There's no problem. Just add extra word. The next step number 3. Now add the green words at the end. We call the common words, some people call it, but I call it the green words. Add the green words at the end. So you can see here that after adding the homophones, adding the words with an S, feeling like maybe this needs an adjective, noun, maybe the verb with an ed, whatever the case, you add these extra words and then you add the green words at the end. All right, now pretty much I've covered everything, and that you should be spending all that in 1 minute 30 seconds. Finally, do check the tense. It should be in present tense or past tense. Check your spelling. Again, double time, just check the spelling. If you are happy with it, and then press that next button. And that's it. This is how you maximize your score. Try it in APEUni and see how you go. I'm sure you will get your score. Okay, you didn't know these rules before. I know that you haven't, because we've been doing these recent researches. It's not there, it's not out there. Try it and you should be able to get a good score. All right, so hopefully I helped you to make you understand how to go step by step, and I hope that you can apply it. This is what you need to take home. This is what you need to remember, what you should do in Write From Dictation. The slide or this video is similar to the first video or the introduction video, same thing, but in more detail. So just remember, when you're doing Write From Dictation, this topic carries the highest mark in the PTE test. And we call it the king, we call it the big boss. Keep in mind, we call it the mafia, whatever you want to call it, okay? This is the big boss. You need to practice this question again, and again. From the prediction file, as you can see on the top, we call it weekly P, we've labeled it. You only do those questions. Do 200 questions, practice them. It's very likely you're going to get questions from there in your actual PTE test. Now, it's very random. Your friend might get 2, I might get 3, you might get 1, another my friend get 4. So it's very common, but everybody does get questions from those list of questions. Just keep that in mind, from that list. So that's your first job. You need to keep it in mind. Number 2, in Write From Dictation, time is important, because this is the last question in the listening section. This is the last question of your PTE test. So you will be tested with your time. So I said earlier, 6 minutes is the best. I mean, at least you should have it. It really helps. If not, you can come down to 4 minutes, but tick tock, you're running out of time. You have to be quick if you have 4 minutes left. If you have less than 4 minutes, you're not able to answer all those 3 sentences, or you might not able to answer 4 sentences. Be careful. We would like you to practice within 1 minute 30 seconds per sentence in Write From Dictation. So don't keep on adding extra word, because there's 2 or 3 more sentences you need to answer. Keep that in mind. Having said that, we always want you to add extra word. Now, don't get scared of time. You must add those extra words, because every word matches, you get marks. So my final the final touch for this video would be, listening skill is, at the end of the day, is very important. If you don't listen, you're not going to get score. So I repeatedly say, practice listening a lot. So if you even practice repeat sentences, that helps in your Write From Dictation. It's just a matter of 1 week, just playing the audio, listen again, playing the audio, listen again. You have an app, we have APEUni on your phone. Just listen to the audios again and again. Even if you can't do that, watch just randomly in YouTube, just search Write From Dictation, just listen to the audios when you're cooking, if you're looking after your baby, on your headphone, whenever the case. All right, you're driving, listen to Write From Dictation just for 1 week, every day for 1 hour. That will help you with your listening skills, and the same word repeats again and again in the PTE test. So it does help. So listening skill is very important. So first of all, get your listening skill go up. Make it better. Try to understand at least the big words. Don't worry about the small words like a, the, and, to. Those are not important, because we're going to be adding them anyway. But what you need to make sure in mind, the big words like students, university, appropriate, these kind of words. And repeat in your head, just the big words, repeat in your head. Because PT, as I said, they repeat all the time. So just try to repeat the big words, and you will see that you're doing an awesome job. All right, get your score. That's what we want. This is the topic that really matters. Put your 100% in this question. Hopefully, I've given you all the tricks, I've given you the whole picture, and hopefully you get this one done. And I hope you get your PT score. All right, good luck, and thank you for watching me. Thank you for listening to me, and good luck in your next PT test.